turning question right. It tells us so much. I think it was going to really enjoy this because it explains one of the biggest mysteries we had about President Trump, which is the question why he pushed Operation Warp Speed with Big Pharma and why he never seemed to understand why we didn't like it. John Rich finally explained that riddle and what now makes perfect sense. I'll give you a quick summary of that just to hear him tell it in a video below. Basically, John Rich says he was invited to a meeting with President Trump and some senators, including Lindsey Graham. Rich is keeping the silence most of the meeting, a bit stunned even in the room. This was before 2024 election when President Trump was doing a massive MAGA rallies all over the country and pulling 30, 40,000 people. We were covering it on this platform. At one point in that conversation, he stops everything and tells John Rich he has a question for him as a fellow entertainer. And the question is basically 30,000 plus coming to these rallies and clearly love and clearly love me, Trump. But why do they boo when I bring up the vaccine and Operation Turning question right? It tells us so much. First, it tells us that President Trump truly cares. And what he wants is to do the best for the people as a gauge for what he wants people to like him. Second, President Trump rushed out the vaccines thinking he was giving us options, giving us something to help. He never mandated them. That was Biden. Third, it tells us he truly didn't get it. He had no idea what the issue was. And that's the kicker for me. He says, so Rich decided he's going to tell the truth. He tells him what you and I would say. We don't trust Big Pharma. We don't trust Pfizer. We think they're scum of the earth, engaged in depopulation efforts. We didn't trust them, nor do we want their vaccine. Continues on to tell him every single one of us knows someone who's badly hurt, crippled, and killed by the vaccine. President Trump sits in stunned silence and then looks at his visors and says, unbelievable, unbelievable. Then he asks his visors and senators if this is true. He truly had no idea.